Hello everyone and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. These are your love readings, your love messages for mid-April until mid-May. Just letting you know that Venus is moving through her shadow phase and she will be retrograding around the 12th of May. She will be retrograding in the sign of Gemini. Gemini is all about communication, collaboration, siblings, people that are close to you in your periphery. Gemini, the house of Gemini is also communication. Now let's not forget that with retrogrades, people and situations come back from the past, and Venus will be in the sign of Gemini, which is the house of communication, until the end of July, even till the beginning of August, when she will be moving into the sign of Cancer. She's going to be retrograding for quite some time, and we know that Venus is the sign of beauty, manifestation, love, and values. And therefore, with retrogrades, we know that her energy is much more potent. I'm going to say that please do not start anything to do with new relationships. If this is someone coming back from your past, then this is someone that you need to go back over the situation, what you've left in the middle, as something needs to be cleared. Either you're clearing the slate and finishing up with a past relationship, or someone from your past is coming back to continue your journey together. I'm going to say that if this is someone from the past, it doesn't matter if you continue your journey. For those of you that are single and meeting someone new whilst Venus is retrograding, know that this will not last. Now this reading is mainly, and I'm going to put a question on it, will there be a reunion? Will that person from the past come back? That's the question that I'm asking with these readings. Now, for those of you that are single, obviously, this does not pertain to you, but you can still watch the reading and see which characters and what signs show up for you. You will get the feel of the reading, and you will have the understanding if it's your reading or not. So the question is, will there be a reunion? Will my beloved come back from the past? Will my beloved unblock me if there's been no communication? And you can flip the reading around as well. So will they be back is the question. Okay? Thank you so much. Let's go on to the individual readings. Hello, dear Capricorn. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is your love reading for mid-April until mid-May of 2020. I have been talking about Venus turning retrograde soon in the first part of the video. I do hope that you listen to that, as it is an important message. Let's have a look at your love life, and I'm asking the question whether they will be back or not. Will they communicate? Will they reciprocate? Will they show up? Let's take your message, dear Capricorn. What's going on in your love life at this time? And we have the Hanging Man. The Hanging Man is Pisces. Okay, so there is a sense of stopping. A lot of you are mulling over the past. We do have the Five of Cups. I do feel as it is the card of hope. But what it's saying is that leave the past in the past. What has happened. Move on, and let's see whether there will be change. We do have the Wheel of Fortune here, and the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. Some of you may be dealing with a Sagittarian. Could be a Piscean that's at a distance from a different culture. But we know that Pisces can also be unconditional love, but it can also be deception. As with the Hanging Man, someone needs to be enlightened. They need to stop sacrificing here, stop looking at the past, and know that there is something coming in for them in the future. Now, the Wheel of Fortune, yes, says that there's an ending to the cycle. This is Jupiter, this is optimism, the end of that. If you've been in a difficult love relationship, if there has been no communication, Jupiter is bringing in the blessings here. That's what I see. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we have the Lovers. The Lovers is a head of a heart decision. This is Gemini. And what is interesting to me here, having the card of Jupiter and Gemini, is that Sagittarius and Gemini is where the North and South nodes are going to be moving into, the North and South nodes of the Moon. So I do feel that fate is bringing in change for you and your love life, as the Lovers is a divine union. It is a soulmate connection, a twin flame, okay? And this will be happening very soon. So someone is still trying to decide. We know that the Wheel of Fortune is all about karma. It keeps turning, so the changes keep coming through. What's beneath here? And we have got the World, and the World is an ending to a cycle. It is successfully completing something. Venus, though, is still in the womb, and the womb means that she hasn't been birthed yet, as someone is still trying to make a decision. Now, Gemini is all about communication as well. So for each of you, this will be happening on a different timeline, different day, different week. Let's have a look at the Mystic Moon Oracles and get more information for you. I will be taking more cards, obviously. Some of you obviously were communicating through social media, as the Wheel of Fortune being Sagittarius, and the World card means that someone could be at a distance to you. Let's look at the Mystic Moon Oracles. We have settling. Someone has been stuck in a rut, just like with the Hanging Man. That's what I feel, the same energies with that settling card. We have summer. So for those of you that are in the Northern Hemisphere, summer is just around the corner. Those of you that are in the Southern Hemisphere, did I say Northern Hemisphere before? I'm sorry if I did. For those of you that are in the Northern Hemisphere, summer is just around the corner. In the Southern Hemisphere, it's going to take a bit longer, unfortunately. Now, summer does speak of warmth. We know that that's a beautiful time. Summer is usually very happy. It's not gloomy as this settling card is. So I do feel that in summer, things are going to change. Let's have a look. And we've got the inner child. And the inner child is all about our childhood conditioning. Inner child is also a lot of innocence here. And again, with the inner child, I do see this as newness. Okay? Newness, as something can be reborn. A lot of you are getting in touch with your inner child, but also this does remind me of the Six of Cups, which is trusting, right? Trusting in the other person, trusting in this connection. Let's take a few more cards. Let's have a look at the Hanging Man, and why is there a hold up here? And we know with the lockdown, we've literally been, the Hanging Man, waiting with that Piscean energy, waiting for Mercury to move into Aries, which it has now. So logically, Aries is all about taking the action, the initiative to send that message. Let's have a look at this Hanging Man. And there's that Six of Cups, everyone. So someone is understanding that this is a soulmate connection. This is a divine union. Let's have a look at that Five of Cups. And we have the Three of Pentacles, which means collaboration. This is someone who is open to collaborating. We've got the Five of Cups and the Six of Cups. Now, this could also be a connection through work. Some of you may be seeing or communicating this person. If you are in a work environment, you may not have seen them. You have been settling as you haven't been able to go to work. Let's see what the Wheel of Fortune brings. And we have the Magician, which is communication. Gemini, Okay, Gemini, because we know that the magician is Mercury, the communicator, the messenger of the gods. Now, the magician says that the wheel of fortune is bringing you in those tools to make the magic. Let's take a look at the Lover's card as it was the general energy of your reading. And we have Justice. And Justice is very karmic, but it's also very equalizing in the fact that it brings in that balance. It brings the reciprocity. This is Libra, and Libra is partnerships and other people. The Justice card is a card of fairness. So I do feel that this is you walking through a brand new doorway. We do have the number 10, and here we've got number 11. So there is progression here. And the Justice is beautiful, that someone will be receiving what they deserve. Let's take one more card. You may also be dealing with someone that may have their own children. They may be coming out of a divorce, a separation, as the Lovers is also a choice. Let's take another card. And we have the Ace of Swords. So this could be, yes, the communication is successfully coming through. But this could also be someone severing ties with a past relationship. And they may also share children together. I want to take one card on that inner child. What's that about? And we have the Page of Pentacles, which means this is a card of innocence. And someone is trusting that when they send that message, their feelings will be reciprocated. I do feel here that there is trust. Okay, so trust in moving towards the future, because that's what it's all about here. We're talking about the future. The Wheel of Fortune is, yes, a new lease on life, but it's also about the truth. It's also very spiritual. So this could be a strong spiritual connection as well. Let's take a few Sibillas. Let's have a look at the outcome here. I do feel that this breakup may have been dealing with someone dealing with a past situation, and they had too much on their plate. They were dealing through with something very karmic, which they've been wanting to find their balance through. But the Justice card also says that what we've given, we will receive, and you're receiving communication and a successful new beginning, dear Capricorn. Let's have a look here. We have the Merchant. The Merchant, which is someone putting a lot of thought into change, into contracts, because he is number 13. 13 does ring Scorpio. So someone that's going through major change and transformation. This could also be someone that's got a lot of burdens where business is concerned. They may be expanding their business, and that could be what they may be communicating to you about. But this could also speak of, someone's had a lucky break where their life is concerned, and now they've got the tools to manifest the relationship and maybe even speak their truth, because both these cards are all about communication, communicating truthfully. We have Dottore, which is the healing, another 13, which does speak of someone having gone through death and transformation. Let's not forget that what comes before Sagittarius here is Scorpio, which is the transformation. Let's take a look. Here we've got a card of, it does say arroganza, which is arrogance. So someone may have just felt as though they could manifest anything that they wished. But I do feel that this was an enlightenment that they've come to acknowledge that it's not just about them, and it's not only that what they perceive is what they can grasp, but it's more about being humbled. And this settling card, I think this is the lesson here. And this may have been their childhood conditioning, and they've been brought down a few steps here. Let's take another card. And we have the Death card. Here we are. So this could also mean, my goodness, here, that they may have been dealing with a loss here, as we do have the Dottore, which is a card of healing, but this is also someone who is not feeling that well. Let's take one more. Let's take one more with that Death card, which is a transformation. That's what I've been talking about. And we've got the reunion, everyone. The reunion. So this is the meeting. So I'm going to take that back, as I do feel that the Dottore is more of a healing card than of, yes, okay, someone may have been ill and they feel transformed and rejuvenated and ready to go on that next adventure in their life. And they've also come through major change and transformation, even where their psychological state is concerned. We've got the reunion card here, dear Capricorn, and that obviously means that your relationship has gone through major change. And this is a realization that someone has reached a point of not even, I think that they've found themselves, they've gone through major change, where not only have they changed psychologically, but also physically. They needed to physically go through this change. And what I mean by physically, we know that mentally, when we're not happy, that can obviously change our physical health, and therefore it may have been a rude awakening for this person with the Death card here. And we know that the Death card is also Scorpio, and Scorpio is all about being deep, being intimate, and sharing with someone on a very intimate level. So our emotions, I mean. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I will take my handwritten cards, as I want to see what are the messages here for you, dear Capricorn. And we have, I'm moving on, I'm healing now, leaving the past. And that ties in really well with this Five of Cups, as the Five of Cups is an imbalance. And yes, this person is leaving the past, is not focusing on those Three of Cups anymore. Whatever disappointment they've gone through, whatever pain they've gone through, they're now moving on from that. They're looking towards the future, okay? So leaving the past, and this may also be leaving their karmic past, which was the Justice card. They're severing ties with that past, whether it's a person or whatever happened between the two of you. Let's take one more card, as I'm reading for a lot of people. Let's take one more message. And it says, I want you like crazy. You are so sexy. Wow, dear Capricorn. This is someone who's obviously driven by their desires. This is someone who wants to connect, yes, on an intimate level. Let's take one more on this sexy card and see what else we can get from it, because we know that there is a connection, a desirable connection, an intimate connection. But let's see emotionally. Unfortunately, I did not recognize you as my soulmate at first sight, but now I see you truly are. And that's the emotional side of this connection. So take these messages as they resonate for you. We know that these messages do not speak to all of you, so please watch your moon, your rising, as well as your Venus if you are a female, and your Mars if you are a male. And dear Capricorn, I do hope that this helped you somewhat. I'm hoping that it gave you a little bit of clarity with the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter. It's transiting through your sign. I do feel that Jupiter is bringing in, it's either severing ties with the past, or it's bringing in benevolence and expansion and growth into your life. Okay, so I want to thank you so much, sending you much love, much light, and much healing. Thank you.